right? Now, prompting, it comes with 5 specific core principles. And basically what a prompt is whenever you give the LLM instructions or you ask it to take an action or generate content, there's 5 core principles. And it sets the casual users from the pros. And that is being specific. Vague prompts are going to get you vague results. Define exactly what you need. Make sure to set guardrails, specify the length, format, tone, and any constraints, making sure it understands what not to do. Providing context, so give background info so the AI understands your situation. What it's something actually that one of the co-founders of OpenAI said that was really interesting was that everyone is so obsessed with creating the perfect query or the perfect prompt that they forget about the context. Context engineering is giving your agents or your GPT the right data at the right time so that when it creates content for you, it understands the context and you don't have to start over from square one when you're writing content. So that context is important and it's crucial for generating content. Thinking step by step, when you break down the complex tasks into sequential instructions, you have a way higher chance that it's going to generate something to your expectations. And then iterate. Make sure to refine your prompt based on results. Great outputs take a lot of practice, right? So an example prompt would be summarize this meeting in 3 bullet points for executives under 75 words total, no greeting, focus on decisions made and next steps. This is the framework that is going to help you create really good prompts. Now let's move to some of the prompt frameworks at work, right? So let's talk about how you can give your GPT a specific role and how you can give it format and style. This is just a little bit more of a visual to help you understand what great prompting is. It's just like great communication. Think about when you're prompting Gemini or GPT that you're telling a person how to do a job, you're giving them a role, and you're giving them the context they need to do the job. A great example that came up with this during a customer call with me actually was with the CTO of a health tech company, and he has that Aura ring. And basically, what the Aura ring does is that it can help you track your calories and if you can eat food or not. So he took a picture of an Aura ring of a slice of pizza, and he was like, "Hey, I'm diabetic. Can I eat this?" And it didn't understand the context of the request. So instead of telling him yes or no, you can eat this at this hour, this is how it's gonna impact your glucose level. It just gave them the history of pizza instead. So that's an example of when data gone wrong, when you don't give it the proper context, when you don't give it a role, you don't give it a format, a style. That's the kind of that's the kind of result you can expect when you don't have the proper context. The clearer you are, the better your results. Think of prompting as giving instructions to a like-minded colleague. Moving forward here, let's talk about some of the practical use cases again. Summarizing long documents, great for GPT. You can take long contracts or reports into digestible executive summaries in minutes, or you can extract specific pieces of information like action items and who owns what are deadlines and dependencies, what are requirements. Building research hubs, Notebook LM. That's where you can create your research hubs for accounts or for internal company information. And then also generating compliant templates, right? Making sure that when you create these databases in Notebook LM, that they're grounded in your company best practices and that you're always reviewing them to make sure that they meet regulatory requirements if you deal in an industry that's highly regulated. Now, let's talk a little bit about enterprise AI tools and tools that your company might already have. You might not need to use your own tools. So Microsoft Copilot is a powerful tool for individual productivity. It can generate content, analyze data, and automate workflows, a lot like GPT, but for the Microsoft suite. Salesforce, Agentforce, and Einstein. It's AI that's built directly into a CRM. A CRM is a customer relationship management platform that a lot of companies have to use to understand their customers and their customer data. So it can help you automate data entry, generate better insights from sales data. AWS Bedrock, this is more on the technical side, but AWS has an AI platform as well, to where really it's a foundation model for building custom AI applications on a company's infrastructure. So this is going to be something more IT focused, but you might be using AWS specific tools that's an equivalent to a Copilot in your job. And then you have Google Gemini, right? So you can get AI assistants in Gmail, Docs, Sheets, and Meet. And then also you can create content just like in ChatGPT, analyze data, and collaborate smart. You also have OpenAI as a part of that too. A lot of companies have an enterprise agreement with OpenAI to where pretty much it protects their data, it establishes guardrails, certain things that it can't do, and then you can pretty much do all the same things into it. that you would do on your own. And then there's Glean and Slack AI, which is it's an enterprise search that understands context. It finds documents, conversations, and knowledge across all company systems. Some companies will have this to where you can literally go into Slack, which is an instant messaging platform and a collaboration platform, go into a search bar and say, hey, can you pull up all the case studies for financial services? And instead of you having to source all those documents together, it takes it, it summarizes it, it gives you all the sources, makes it easy to access information. And then there's also point AI solutions that are niche, right? Like Decagon or Writer that focus on specific workflows that are easy to deploy out of the box. But the critical thing here is always verify with ATR compliance before using new tools, even if they seem similar to the approved ones. Security policies exist for good reasons. Now, the last part is build your own AI workflow. So what I would challenge you all to do is identify time drains, brainstorm the processes at your job that consume the most time and effort, that focus on repetitive, mundane tasks that don't require complex problem solving. List all of those processes, document it, and get granular. And then boom, map your workflows. What portion of this process can be automated with AI and which ones need to be left for human decision? And then really understanding what that flow of work looks like and how you can impact your day to day. And then the last part is when you have this all organized, test and refine it, experiment with different approaches, iterate it until you find your ideal flow. What worked for others may not work for you. Customize it. Pretty much your AI journey starts now. Take control of your career. This is a great way to get exposure to leadership if you're able to create a new process or automate something using AI, going to leadership and being like, hey, I found a way to help our team really cut down on some of the mundane work during the discovery process. Okay, Patrick, that's great. Can you share that with us so we can share it with the company? That's how you stand out. And that's ultimately how you're going to create more job security for yourself and how you're going to make new connections. And people are going to be really impressed and appreciate that you took the extra effort to come to them with a solution for a problem instead of you just coming to them with a problem and expecting your company to give you a solution. Patrick Flanagan, I'm an AI specialist at Salesforce. Hope this was helpful, and I wish you all best of luck on your careers.